Hi students, today's class is about how to frame a quadratic equation. We solve a quadratic equation. That means whenever they will give a quadratic equation, for example, x square plus 4x plus 4 equal to 0 is a given quadratic equation. So we solve this quadratic equation by two methods. What are those methods? Method 1, splitting middle term. Method 2, using formula, that is quadratic formula. Previous two videos, okay, we discussed how to find the roots of this equation. That is very simple. Okay, let me explain one more time. So using splitting middle term, so x square plus 4x plus 4 is equal to 0. So we need to split a middle term, okay, so that we need to get the extreme values. Okay, so what are extreme values? That is 4x square. We need to get this. Okay, so 4x, this is our middle term. So middle term we need to split in such a way. For example, 4x can be written as 2x plus 2x, which is 4x. In return, multiply 2x into 2x, which will give you your extreme terms. So if both cases satisfies, then you can replace our middle term 4x as, okay, so x square plus 4x can be written as 2x plus 2x and plus 4. If you observe, I'm not changing my extremes, only I'm changing my middle term. And then simple process. Okay, first two terms I can take x common, it will become x plus 2. From these two I can take plus 2 as common, it will become x plus 2, which is equal to 0. Okay, so bracket term is same, so our approach is perfect. So take it as common, x plus 2. What left? X plus 2 is equal to 0. From this, x plus 2 is equal to 0, therefore x is equal to minus 2. From this also, x plus 2 is equal to 0, x is equal to minus 2. These are what? These are the roots. So in our previous classes, okay, we found roots of a quadratic equation, but today's class is different. Okay, how to frame a quadratic equation using roots. We know quadratic equation consists of two roots. Let's take it as alpha and beta. So using these two roots, okay, how to frame a quadratic equation. Okay, completely reverse. So previous topic is about how to find these two. Now from quadratic equation, how to get alpha and beta, that is roots. Now this concept is from alpha and beta, how to get a quadratic equation. When roots are given, then quadratic equation looks as x square minus sum of roots into x plus product of the roots, which is equal to 0. Okay, let's alpha and beta are two roots. So when they gave two roots, how to get a quadratic equation? Very simple. X square minus sum alpha plus beta into x plus product of the roots alpha beta is equal to 0. Just remember this one. Okay, just remember this quadratic equation with roots. Quadratic equations with roots alpha and beta looks as x square minus sum of the roots into x plus product of the roots equal to 0. So if you remember this formula, okay, then it becomes very easy to frame a quadratic equation when roots are given. So let's do some problems. You'll understand. And quadratic equation, if the roots are 3 comma 2, so roots are given, no? Okay, so alpha first root is given as 3 and beta second root is given as 2. Two roots are given. We know quadratic equation will have two roots, so 3 and 2. So what is the quadratic equation? Form of quadratic equation: x square minus, okay, sum of the roots, that is alpha plus beta into x plus product of the roots alpha beta is equal to 0. Now x square minus alpha is given as 3, plus beta is given as 2 into x plus alpha beta 3 into 2 is equal to 0. So x square minus 3 plus 2 is 5. It will become 5x plus 3 into 2 6, which is equal to 0. So we got the answer. Okay, so whenever they gave roots, okay, so use this formula and put the values, you will get the answer quickly. Obtain a quadratic equation with roots as root 2 comma root 8. Okay, so here the question is about roots are given, that means alpha comma beta are given, right? So when roots are given, how to get a quadratic equation? When roots are given, the form of a quadratic equation is x square minus sum of the roots into x plus product of the roots. Simple formula. Okay, so what is alpha is given as root 2, beta is given as root 8. Just replace. Okay, you get the answer. It's root 2, beta as root 8. Okay, simply substitute here. So x square minus root 2 plus root 8 into x plus root 2 into root 8 equal to 0. So x square minus, we can't do anything here, so just okay, root keep like this. So root 2 into root 8 is root 2 16. Okay, and one more step, x square minus root x plus root 8 into x, root 16 is 4. So this is your quadratic equation with your roots, with given roots. Framing a quadratic equation when roots are given. If the roots are minus 2 and 3. Okay, very simple, giving you general questions. Given alpha is equal to minus 2 and beta is equal to 3. So when alpha and beta are given, what is the formula we have? So x square minus alpha plus beta, sum of the roots into x plus alpha into beta, product of the roots. Let's observe here, x square minus alpha plus beta is sum of roots into x plus alpha beta is product of the roots equal to 0. So alpha is given, beta is given, just to go and replace in this, we'll get x square minus alpha is minus 2 plus beta is 3 into x plus alpha is minus 2 into beta is 3, which is equal to 0. So x square minus minus 2 plus 3 will be plus 1 into x plus minus 2 into 3 is minus 6, which is equal to 0. So now x square minus x minus 6 is equal to 0 is your required equation of, okay. So this is the quadratic equation. If you solve, you will get x is equal to minus 2 and x is equal to 3. You use splitting middle term or use quadratic formula, whatever you use, you will get the roots. But here question is already roots are given. Okay, how to frame a quadratic equation? Okay, the question, find a quadratic polynomial. Okay, sum and product of zeros are given. Means in the previous question they gave polynomial roots directly, means they gave alpha and beta individually, but in this question they gave sum and product, okay, directly. So what is sum is given? Sum of the roots is equal to given as 1 by 4. So 1 by, this is sum and this is product. So product is given as minus 1. Okay, direct single step. So what is the quadratic format when sum and product is given? X square minus sum of roots into x plus product of the roots is equal to 0. Okay, similar. Okay, sum and product. In previous question, alpha given individually and beta is given individually. That's why alpha plus beta we did. This becomes sum and alpha into beta become product. So sum and product were replaced in the formula. But in this particular question, okay, be careful. The question is different. Okay, here sum and product directly given. So just replace. So x square minus what is sum given as 1 by 4 into x plus product is given as minus 1, which is equal to 0. So it will become x square minus x by 4 minus 1 is equal to 0. If you take the LCM, it will become 4x square minus x minus 4 by 4 equal to 0. Just I take LCM here. That's it. Now send 4 the other side. 0 into something will be 0. Then your final answer, okay, that is 4x square minus x minus 4 is equal to 0. So this is your answer. Let me try another example where sum is given as root 2 and product is given as 1 by 3. Very simple. Okay, so what is the equation? X square minus sum of the roots into x plus product of the roots in equal to 0. Single step. Okay, if you remember this formula, just substitute. So x square here, sum is directly given, so just put in the place of sum. Substitute. Product is given as 1 by 3. Okay, now see, sum is given, product is given, just replace there. So x square minus root 2x plus 1 by 3 is equal to 0. Okay, and you can simplify further taking LCM. It will become, here it is 1, here it is 1, multiply here with 3, here it 3, you will get 3x square minus 3 root 2x plus 1 by 3 is equal to 0. So it is 3x square minus 3 root 2x, sorry, 3 root 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. Very simple. One more example. So sum of the roots is given as, okay, sum of the roots is given as 0 and product is given as root 5. Very simple. So what is our equation? X square minus sum of the roots into x plus product of the roots is equal to 0. Once observe, see, x square term, x term, there is no x here. So alternate plus minus plus. Okay, so be careful. So some people won't write x here, some people won't write minus here. Okay, so try to remember this formula. Then what is sum, what is product given in the question already? X square minus sum is 0, product is root 5 which is equal to 0. So x square minus some 0 into something will be 0. Okay, I'm ignoring this part, plus root 5 is equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation. Sir, is the quadratic equation? Yes, in our first class I explained, yes, it is a quadratic equation. What is the criteria? Degree is the criteria. Degree is equal to 2. If degree is equal to 2, then that is called as quadratic equation. Yes, degree is equal to 2. Whether other terms are exist or not, I don't care. Okay, I'll care only about the term which exists. Okay, quadratic degree as 2. Okay, if you take another example, okay, about such kind of problems. If sum is given as minus 1 by 4 and product is given as 1 by 4, then what is the quadratic equation? Similar, this is also similar question. X square minus sum of the roots plus product of the roots equal to 0. Replace there, over. So x square minus sum is given as minus 1 by 4 into x plus product is given as 1 by 4 equal to 0. So just multiply, minus into minus will become plus. 1 by 4 into x is x by 4 plus here 1 by 4 is equal to 0. Here there is no LCM, let's take 1 and take LCM, it will become 4x square plus x plus 1 by 4 equal to 0. If you send this side, 4x square plus x plus 1 is equal to 0 is your answer. Okay, very simple. Till now we found a quadratic equation. Okay, so how to find a quadratic equation? We found it by using a standard formula, that is x square minus sum of roots into x plus product of roots. Product of roots is equal to 0. So this is the formula to frame a quadratic equation when two cases. When alpha and beta are given, means when roots are given, zeros are given. Second case, when sum and product are given. Okay, we can expect a question or MCQ on this. Okay, so try to remember this formula.